Okay, hello, welcome back to Rogues and Roleplayers. Okay, hello! I'm cranky!
So we dissected his anger into multiple different smaller personalities.
I guess.
So that way you can manage them all.
Yep, exactly. Also, how the fuck do I shoot? Do I have to shoot this? Oh, you do have to shoot
Okay.
this.
Oh, it looked like you could have headbutted it.
Yeah, that's what it looked like too. But then that would have made Diddy the only one who could do it. Oh yeah, that's right. That's a mechanic of this place, night and day.
Oh, because like I remember the other tower we were climbing, there was like a little moon on the ground at some point.
That means that it can only be done at night.
Oh, okay.
So is there a character barrel around here? Because there's a lot of bananas in this area.
I do not know.
We'll figure that out later.
You could like just exit the world, I guess. If you wanted to, and then...
That's true, there is a character barrel out there.
Yeah. Or wait, wasn't there a boss door to your left?
Wait, what's... Wait a... Really? I didn't have to climb like that? This game just keeps on fucking...
It's just got shortcuts all over the place that you have been paying no attention to. Alright, so how about this? How about I distract you with a topic we were talking about a little bit earlier.
Okay.
So we were talking about the Batman versus Superman movie. Which we know there have been...
Talk about that.
There's been a lot of mixed reviews on it.
Okay, so I have actually not seen the movie yet, so I can't really give a solid judgment, you know, until I actually see it.
Mm-hmm. And if you're wary of spoilers, even though I think the fluidity of the movie, it is pretty much almost impossible to have spoilers, because they've pretty much shown most of the stuff in the trailers already.
Yeah, but, I mean, okay, so I haven't seen the movie yet, so I can't pass judgment on the movie itself just yet, but I can't help but notice that the Rotten Tomatoes score it has is lower than the Super Mario Brothers movie.
Mm-hmm. And
that's kind of bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not a good sign.
It's like, yeah, I've seen the movie myself, and I'm gonna try and do this as spoiler-free as possible, but I'm giving you fair warning now. The actors, I feel, did their job. I feel like it was the writing and the way that the movie was cut together. The fluidity of the story is just incomprehensible. It jumps all over the place. Just because there's so many, like, little, just, like, cuts to, like, different parts of the movie. And it's like, you can't tell if it's just, like, is this real or is this, like, a dream sequence or what?
Is this real or just fantasy?
My name is Batman.
I can just imagine singing that song.
And I'll kill that Kryptonian.
Holy crap, we're already down to 182.
Just like we're gonna sing the whole review as like Bohemian Rhapsody. Oh man, that would be very hard to do, and I kind of want to do it.
Yeah, I would love that. I want to hear Batman sing folk songs.
All right, which folk song do you want to hear?
I don't know. Just give me a random one.
I'm trying to think of a good like folk song.
In his voice.
Yeah. Like all I'm thinking of is like nursery rhymes for some reason. Little Miss Muffet sat on a tuffet, eating her curds, and this isn't Batman. I can't take it. Where is her? Where's the Muffet? Oh, but like,
Wait, damn it!
what?
No, I just got knocked up. I was actually just thinking like when you said, "Where's the Muppet?" I was actually thinking of like, "Where's the Muppet?"
Alfred, I'm gonna need you to bring me some puffins. Have you ever had puffins?
No.
They are disgusting. I'm sorry, I cannot stand those things. Ugh.
But anyway, what were we talking about?
Batman vs Superman. The fluidity of the movie doesn't make sense the way it's cut, especially to somebody that doesn't know the franchise and the backstory. I've seen like the Batman vs Superman stuff and like the comic book series and those kind of things, so I'm able to piece together a couple things, I think, more than somebody that has not seen any of the comic books. But the main problem is, like, I feel the actors did their jobs of portraying the characters the way that they were, like, instructed to. But I'm just like, Lex Luthor is, like, always been that cold, methodical thinker character with a god complex.
Okay, I have to say this.
Uh-huh.
Why the fuck is Jesse fucking Eisenberg playing Lex Luthor? Why?
Like,
why?
Like I was thinking of this earlier. I was just like, it's like if Carrot Top slowly turns evil and then shaves his head. That's kind of what I was thinking.
It's just what were they thinking?
But, like, he's always that cold, methodical thinker, and in my opinion, I feel like they were trying to go, like, it's like he was like a middle ground between Lex Luthor and Joker, and that's not who Lex Luthor is.
No, it's like when I first saw the trailers, and you know, I saw Jesse Eisenberg in the trailers, and he looked like he was playing the part pretty well, I guess, but he.
Like the way,
I was like, I'm not familiar with this character. Like, who is this character? And my friend is standing next to me is like, that's Lex Luthor. I'm like, that is not Lex Luthor.
Yeah. It's like, he did a great job of portraying a character, but it's not the character that's in that universe.
Yeah. What the hell? I mean, can you, like, I can't imagine. And Jesse Eisenberg with a bald head. That to me just sounds like that sounds to me like it's something that's being parodied more than something that's supposed to be taken fucking seriously. I mean, like, you had, like, in Austin Powers, you had, like, Seth Green shave his head at the end of the last movie and become the new Dr. Evil, and fucking heck, I'm getting my ass handed to me here. And that worked because it was funny.
Yeah, that was comedy.
But if you tried to do that in a serious manner, it wouldn't work. It's like, you know what? I haven't seen the movie yet. I know that, and I can't pass judgment on it yet. But why the fuck did they choose Jesse Eisenberg to play fucking? It doesn't make sense to me.
He's not the only villain in that movie too.
There's more than him? Who else is there?
Superman's arch nemesis. The Doomsday. That's his name.
Doomsday's in it?
Yeah. And this is one of the big problems I have with the movie, is that the first time you see him, he looks like the trolls from the original Lord of the Rings trilogies.
Oh god.
And I was just like, that's not Doomsday.
It's
just there's so many things that I feel like they changed to make it look better on screen. I'm just like, that's not true to the characters.
It's so true.
And because like they everybody knows that they're setting this movie is to set up a Justice League movie, and that wasn't the point of Batman versus Superman, in my opinion.
Yeah.
It was them reaching a conclusion that, you know, they need to take precautions against if something happens to, like, a superhero like mind control or something like that. They have a way to stop them.
Yeah.
It was them coming to the realization that heroes need to be held accountable for anything they might do when they're not in control.
Makes sense.
But it's just that they're trying to set up the Justice League movie, so it's like you have Wonder Woman, and that was already confirmed in the trailers, and I think she did a great job. I can see her doing good as a standalone Wonder Woman movie. I think that one could go over well. But they set up the other members of the Justice League, which would be Cyborg, Flash, Wonder Woman, Batman, and Superman. Green Lantern is nowhere to be seen.
It's
And
odd.
in my opinion, I have a feeling they're going to bring in Martian Manhunter in the actual Justice League movie, because he was kind of the crux of getting him started.
Well, he had quite the presence in the animated series.
And so, like, I have a feeling they're going to save him, and it's kind of like what they did with the Avengers Voltron movie, where they had Vision come in the movie.
Yep.
So I have a feeling that's probably what they're going to end up doing, but it's just like, Aquaman. That was the other one I forgot. Sorry, Aquaman.
Everybody forgets about Aquaman.
But the person that they got to play Aquaman, I think he could be really good for it. He looks the part. Like he's I couldn't tell if it was really dark or if he has just black hair. But I because I'm used to the blonde Aquaman, but I think this could be a very good movie presence for him. The one I have a problem with is the Flash. Because I know they have the TV series, and I remember that being received pretty well. And yet the person that is in there looks nothing like any of the Flashes ever. I don't even know that the actor that's playing the Flash in the movie. And I'm just like, that's not, that's not Wally or...
It's not Flash.
Any of the Flashes, yeah. So, I don't know what they were deciding with that. It's like, why couldn't you get the actor from the TV series to do the movie?
I don't know. Well, maybe it is because that they are trying to go with a Flash that looks more like the Flash.
He doesn't look like the Flash at all.
Well, like the one from the movie doesn't?
No, he has like shoulder length hair and like facial hair, like a goatee.
Oh, that doesn't make any sense.
Like, I was just like, no.
No,
that's not Flash.
No, that's not Flash, man. That is not.
And then
Flash.
I can't really comment on Cyborg too much because like I can only picture when they were casting him is just like, okay, we're going to chain you to a fence and we're going to have you scream for a couple minutes, and that's all you're doing in this movie. But it's
Cyborg.
I
like Cyborg.
I like Cyborg as a character, and like the Teen Titans, I mean, he was very popular in that one.
Teen Titans was actually where I first discovered Cyborg.
Mm-hmm. And like in the modern Justice League like animations, he's become like a member of the Justice League.
Yeah.
Kind of becoming their tech guy. But it's the whole flow of the movie. Like I think Ben did a good job of portraying Batman as like an acting role, but I feel like the movie was portraying Batman to act in ways that he would not.
Right.
Because like I don't know of any time when Batman uses a gun.
Did he use a gun in that movie?
Yes, he does.
What the hell? It's not Batman.
And then also they make him more of a like it feels like they were trying to make him almost an anti-hero. But it's just no, Batman always has that very stoic persona about him, and he never shows like fear or hesitation and that kind of stuff, in my opinion. And there's a part in the movie where like Batman has like an oh shit kind of almost fear moment when Superman starts like regaining his powers. And I'm just like, Batman doesn't hesitate. And this is an older Batman to where he's been doing this for 20 years, which means he would have seen villains like Killer Croc, Clayface, Poison Ivy, Mr. Freeze, so he's not unused to seeing superpowers.
Yeah, so he should be able to handle
that. And so he wouldn't, like, whenever he was the one that intentionally weakened Superman, and then he sees that Superman's getting his powers back, he wouldn't have a oh shit moment. He would have reacted and done something else. And that part in the movie right there just really irks me for some reason. And I'm sorry if I'm going into too much detail for people that haven't seen the movie, but I gave a warning earlier, but it's just I have a lot of little problems with the way that movie was structured and
A lot of other people did
organized.
because it's got a lower rating on Rotten Tomatoes than
Ugh,
Super Mario Brothers.
I had to get that out of my system.
Well, I had to get the whole Jesse Eisenberg fucking crap out of my system too because why?
But I mean,
No.
they hyped it up so much.
They really hyped up that movie, but
But
you know what? I
They-
think
they were trying to do too much with one movie.
yep, they were trying to do too much. I think we were talking about like DC has, I mean, at least for me, DC has kind of been really under impressing me with the movies. They've been impressing me with the animations.
Yeah, in my opinion, DC is doing great in the cartoons and animated styles for their characters and the voices. And that's the thing. I love the Batman voice that they have for a lot of the animated series, especially like the 90s Batman. Like that Bruce Wayne that they had in there, and then also in the Justice League animations.
Yep.
That is a beautiful voice for him, and just
Absolutely.
like, why can't we get that in a movie?
Well, I mean, you had the same cast from the animated Batman series who did the Batman Arkham video games.
Yep.
They voiced the same characters. Like you had Mark Hamill as the Joker, which I still think it's fucking awesome that the best Joker is also Luke Skywalker.
Yeah.
He's one and the same, and I think that's fucking awesome. So yeah, you had him, and you had I don't even remember the actor's name who played Batman. I'm sure somebody's probably gonna be like, "How could you not know?" I need Mikey. Damn it!
Editor, go ahead and throw up the name of the person that voice acted Batman.
There we go. Yeah, that guy. I know that guy.
Yeah, that one.
He and I had breakfast together one day.
Oh, that must have been magical.
Yes, it was very magical. It was me, him, Mark Hamill, Johnny Depp. Who else was there? Aaron from Game Grumps. Let's see.
I can just picture it now. It's like, hey, love, can you pass me the eggs? Get them yourself.
And then you just have this random, and then you just have Aaron just randomly sitting there like, why am I here?
Oh, jeez. That would be a beautiful scenario.
Yes.
But,
Blue bananas.
what was it? I was going to say something earlier. It was like, what was it? Like, Marvel's been doing great with the movies, and I know, Deadpool is, like, the highest grossing R-rated movie now.
Yep, I was actually looking that up earlier. Apparently, Deadpool is currently the highest grossing R-rated movie worldwide, which shocked a lot of people because Deadpool is like, I know, like, there's a lot of people who know about Deadpool, but let's face it, he's not the most well-known of characters.
He's not mainstream,
He's not
but he
mainstream.
has a huge, like, I guess you would call
Cult
it
following.
cult following.
But and it was also like I saw a lot of people like saying this movie's going to be super unsuccessful because it's a character that only has a cult following, and also it's R-rated, so the kids can't get in to see it.
That didn't stop some of the people I saw.
Yeah, but even so, like, it was still the highest rated, like not the highest rated, the highest grossing R-rated movie in the world.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, in some countries, I was reading in some countries, it beat out Star Wars Force Awakens in opening weekend.
Really?
Yeah. And that's fucking Star Wars.
Wow.
So, to think that fucking Deadpool could beat fucking Star Wars,
at certain locales.
yeah. Like,
Whoa.
if Deadpool beat a franchise that basically everybody knows about, that is impressive.
And I do want to say, I think it's because of the way they did the promotion.
Probably.
The Deadpool movies, they were very specific in saying that this is going to be a real Deadpool movie. We aren't going to sugarcoat it. Please don't bring your kids.
Yeah.
And even then, like, some people were like, this was kind of tame for Deadpool. And I can agree with some of them on that point. It's just like, you know, there's some things they can only do in, that they can't do in movies that Deadpool might actually do. But I still think they did a great job of portraying the Deadpool character in a fashion that's believable to his original, like, creation. But what was it? The last Avengers movie, I think it was one the weaker of the Avengers movies.
Are you talking about the second one?
Yeah.
Okay, you're talking about Age of Ultron.
Yeah, like it was weaker than the first one, but I still think it was a very solid movie because it made it like a lot of people I think have been telling me like they have a problem with the beginning, the way it's structured. But like it's still you still understand what's going on.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, it's kind of hard to beat the first Avengers movie, really. I mean, that movie was just it was a really fun movie to see. Like, I remember going to see that on opening weekend, and it was like just really fun to watch with a whole crowd of people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was like every major like thing that happened, the crowd was just like cheering their heads off, like, "Oh my God, yeah!" And it was awesome.
Is Robert Downey Jr. like, did he renew his contract as Iron Man? Because I thought I heard that like he wasn't going to do him anymore.
I don't know. I can only assume that he did because he's Iron Man in Captain America: Civil War.
The only thing I can think of is like maybe whenever Disney took over Marvel, they just were able to renew his contract because of that.
It's an interesting question.
They just threw all that freaking Disney dollars at him.
Yeah, I'd imagine that they figured out a way to.
Just because, in my opinion, I can't think of anybody that could do it.
I can't think of anybody else who could do Iron Man right now other than Robert Downey Jr. I think at this point,
he's so solidified himself as that character, nobody can envision a different person doing it.
It's exactly like right now, Iron Man is his character. Like Tony Stark is who he is. That is his character right now, and I'm sure there's probably other actors out there who could pull off a Tony Stark well, but let's face it, right now, nobody can possibly imagine a Tony Stark being played by anybody else but Robert Downey Jr. It's his character right now.
I want Bruce Banner's job. I just have to play a slightly peeved off doctor, and then all of my other acting roles are just CGI. That's a great gig. I get to look like a giant green badass, and also only have to do half of my own acting roles.
What the fuck? Oh, okay. I was like,
yeah, it doesn't do the animation after the first time, I guess. But no, I'm curious to see how Civil War goes, because
which is an Avengers movie, let's face it.
Yeah.
It's like it's under the Captain America name, but let's face it, it's a fucking Avengers movie.
So let's go ahead and we'll end on these notes about Civil War. Is that, like I said, Batman vs. Superman was the conflict between Batman vs. Superman, but they lost it trying to set up another movie. Civil War is a movie about a social movement, like different ideas of how superpowers should be regulated.
Right.
Should it be through the government or should they be free? So it's essentially a freedom versus government.
Right.
Kind of thing. It's like, is it right to protect the people against people with powers, or are people with powers, are we able to trust them not to use those powers wrongly? And it's a very interesting argument, and there's not really a right or wrong answer. But the conflict comes because Iron Man, in the Iron Man movies even, he was very anti-government. It's like, no, I'm the one that made Iron Man. I'm the defender of,
Well, that was very present in the second movie, where the government was trying to take his suit And he was like, no, fuck it, it's
no,
mine.
but in Civil War, he sides with the government.
Which is very
That
interesting.
people, in my opinion, that he does that is because he's seen what all of these people can do. Like, he's seen an alien invasion, and, you know, all these other superpowers and super beings, like, popping up, and, you know, enemies like Voltron, and it's just like, he reaches that point, it's just like, no,
Did you say Voltron?
Ultron, sorry. That would be amazing, though. Ultron, there we go. They're actually making a Voltron Netflix animated series. So I was looking at that earlier. But he reaches that point to where it's like, no, we need something to be able to contain and control all of these people that aren't using their powers responsibly. So he works with the government is because they're the only organization that could help regulate these beings. Right. Whereas Captain America, he fought for the military and the government back in, you know, the World War, that he takes the opposite stance, is like, no, the government's going too far and they're violating freedoms of these individuals.
Yeah, it's actually a very interesting concept because now
I love it because it's not only are they looking at two different social stances, they're also like they take the two characters that were the paragons of each side, and then they're flip-flopping them because of the way the whole story's set up. And so it's always been such an interesting story, but it's just they aren't the main focus. It's the conflict that's going on around them that they end up spearheading. And the one thing that I know you mentioned is that Spider-Man is confirmed for this movie.
Yeah, he is.
And I was always curious because I remember hearing that they were saying there isn't going to be Spider-Man because they don't own the IP.
They were constantly saying that. Like, there's
well, they didn't own the movie IP, so they might not have been able to originally.
Yep.
But
well, it was kind of like a tease too. It was just like, no Spider-Man, no Spider-Man, no Spider-Man. Second trailer comes out, fucking Spider-Man. Oh my god!
But I don't know if they did that for hype or whatever, but Spider-Man was the linchpin of the Civil War series in the comic books because he's the one that he's the one that goes from one side to the other. He's the middle ground.
Oh.
And also of a lot of the comic books, he's the only teenager. So he's the youth side of it.
Right. So
whereas Iron Man and Captain America, they've both been doing this for so long, they lose themselves in their vendettas of right and wrong. Okay. Whereas Spider-Man is the youth that's just like, y'all are both taking this way too far and we need to come to a middle ground.
Yeah, and well then it sounds to me like Spider-Man is the one that kind of like brings the conflict to an end, like helps bring the conflict to an end.
That's why I was like, whenever they said no Spider-Man, I was like, there is no way they can make this movie without rewriting a lot of stuff.
Yeah, because if Spider-Man is that prevalent to it, then definitely. But which is why I think so many people were shocked when they said no Spider-Man, and then when the second trailer came out, you know, people lost their shit. And I don't know what to do in here.
And so, I know we talked a lot about movies this time, but it's just...
Yeah, I know. I've realized, like, I've been so focused on trying to figure out how to make progress, and throughout this entire episode, I haven't made a single golden banana.
Blasphemo.
Yeah, I think... Ow!
That's what you deserve for not getting the golden banana. But no, I think this kind of stuff is interesting to talk about every now and then, just kind of having a little debate about things.
Yeah, I know you really like talking about this stuff, so...
Yeah.
But, I think...
I really like comic books and those characters and stuff, because it's the same thing with video games, is that it gives you can create your own world, your own medium, to tell a story of a point of view or something that you might not normally be able to do in real life.
Right.
It's like you can pose hypotheticals and make them believable.
Okay. I'm sorry, I'm just really focused. I need to make progress. All
right, so
I think I'm gonna do some off-camera grinding next time on Rogues and Roleplayers. We'll hopefully make more progress.
I really, really want to hear people's opinions on the stuff that we talked about with the movies, if you've seen them, and if you haven't seen them, go see them. Because it's important to be able to see kind of the difference of what we were talking about.
Yeah, except for Batman vs. Superman, because fuck that movie, apparently.
I'll leave that one up to everybody's volition.
Yeah, like I said, I can't pass a judgment on it because I haven't seen it, but man, lower than Super Mario Brothers is pretty bad. So, all right, well, hopefully we'll make more progress, and we'll see you guys next time.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.